like on your own, like, hey, I got a lunch break at 12. Can we hop on a call? So I want to make sure that you guys actually know how to do that as well. In case ever you have to show the plan when it's not even for op call. Maybe you got 2 people who are available at 2 and you want to show the plan to them. So give me one second, I'm plugging out my computer. So I want to make sure that you guys actually feel confident, doing that. And so I'm not going to go through the slides. I mean, I am, but I'm really just going to give you guys a couple key points for you to focus on when you are showing the plan, okay? That I feel that are necessary when showing the plan and really taking yourself to that next level. We just talked about that on the next level the next level call, weight versus title. So this is some weight, actually presenting the plan, actually explaining Forex to somebody, actually explaining what it is that we do and breaking it down for them so that they could actually understand. One thing I want to say before I get into it is that when it comes down to showing the plan, you want to be comfortable showing the plan using slides. You want to be comfortable showing the plan talking on the phone, and you want to be comfortable showing the plan in less than, not showing the plan, but giving people enough information in 5 minutes to where they can actually, you can actually introduce them to a call that's going to be 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit from all those standpoints, but you want to feel confident showing the plan using slides. You want to feel confident showing the plan over the phone with no slides. And then you want to be confident showing the plan with no slides at all. Let's say maybe you're doing an event. Maybe you're talking at your church and they don't have a hookup. How am I going to talk to them about what we do, Taylor? I don't have no slides. They don't even have a projector. So we're going to talk a little bit about all those different things, okay? But the good thing about it is that if you learn how to show the plan, it don't matter. You don't got to be, I got to learn how to show the plan this way, and this way. No, if you learn how to show the plan just in general, you'll be able to show it no matter what's going on. Okay, you'll be able to show it no matter who you talking to. You'll be able to show it no matter what the situation is like. Okay, so that's the good thing. So the biggest thing I want to tell you is that this is when you're showing the plan, meaning the presentation, you want to make sure that it's a conversation, not a presentation. Okay, you want to make sure that it's a conversation, not a presentation. You're just talking. Okay, so be yourself. And the way you want to do that is, and it's going to be very simple. It's very simple, actually. Okay, you only need to know 3 things to make it a conversation and not a presentation. Okay, these are the 3 things. Number 1, know your product. Know your product. That means knowing the slides. Okay, what does the harmonic scanner do? What does the I Am Academy have? What is the Forex market? When you think of the slides, that's all we really talk about. I'm looking at, I can play the slides over in my head right now. I don't even need them. I'm talking, what is Forex? What is crypto? Then we're going to talk about I Am Academy, live TV, copy and paste products. Know your products. Know what they do. Know how to, you don't even know how to use them to show the plan. You just got to know the products and know what they're called, know what they do. Okay, so know your product. That's the first thing. Actually know what the slides are. Okay, so know your product. The second thing is know yourself. Okay, second thing is know yourself, because you don't have to get on the call and be somebody that you're not. Okay, you can literally just be yourself, but know yourself. Do you talk fast? You might need to talk slower. Do you talk low? You might need to talk louder. I used to, when I first started doing like presentations, I got some feedback, and one of my mentors, he was like, Taylor, you don't sound excited. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm gonna sound super excited. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I did that, and he was like, but that's not you. So I'm like, okay, like, you don't want me to sound boring, but you want me to be like, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? But his point was just that you might have to just project your voice louder. You don't have to be somebody you're not, still be yourself, but know yourself, know what you do, know how you speak, so that you can tailor the presentation to yourself. Okay, so know your products, know yourself. And then the third thing is know your audience. This is really big because depending on what your audience is, you want to say certain things. This is probably one of the most important ones. So when you're on an op call, like a traditional op call, know your audience is going to be really important just because you know most of them are probably getting off work. So guess what? That call doesn't need to be more than 20 minutes. Okay? Another thing I know about my audience on an op call is that most of them probably don't like where they work. So if you ever heard one of my op calls, I talk a lot about the wrong side of money. I talk a lot about trading your time for money. I'm dropping keywords in there that they can identify with because this is how they live. I say things like, if you don't have $200, you definitely need to get started trading. I'm telling them you don't have $200, or they think they don't have $200, right? So it's important to know your audience. When we go to these events out of town and stuff, it's important for me to know my audience when I'm at a college. Because guess what? I know that most of them are about to graduate and they don't know what they're going to do after college. Most of them are probably struggling to pay for college. So I could talk about certain things like that in my presentation. If you're on the phone with your best friend and you know that they love their job, you're not gonna be hard on jobs. Okay? You're not gonna be hard on it. You're gonna come to them from the direction of, hey, I know you got to do a good job. I know you love it. What would it be like if you could actually get your money working for you? I know you love your job, but what happens like if you can't go to work tomorrow? Do you get paid? No? Okay. You need another stream of income. That's what you need. That would be perfect for you because you already got a solid one. Now even though you know it ain't solid, but you got a solid one and now you just need an extra one, just to be safe. An investment. So when you know your audience, you can kind of tailor it. You do not want to be the person that be hard on jobs and you talking to people who make, because they just got a certain feeling about themselves, and they say they make $100K at their job. You don't want to be hard on jobs talking to people like that. If you're talking to college students, or younger people, you don't want to just come at their head all day. But sometimes on a call like this, you could drop some real stuff. Like, look, majority of people on this call are probably broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could drop stuff like that because, we millennials, we like people challenging us and stuff, But you don't want to drop that in a room full of 30-year-olds. They're going to be like, you young yourself. Who you think you talking to? I got kids older than you. So knowing your audience is very, very important. And if you know your audience, you can utilize it to really help you as well, okay? So just a couple things about presentations. You want to make them about 15 to 20 minutes. Your first op call is probably going to be 25 to 30 minutes, just to be completely honest with you, because it's your first time doing it and you don't have a pace yet. You kind of making your pace. But the target goal is to get to 15 to 20 minutes. So I would probably say around your 5th or 6th, maybe 7th time showing the plan, you'll probably get to 15 to 20 minutes if you're intentional. Now, when I'm telling you 15 to 20 minutes, I'm not telling you to zoom through the pre-zo. I'm not telling you to talk super fast to where you're going too fast, people don't know what you're talking about. It's just a target goal, meaning that once you get comfortable and once you get confident, you'll easily have an op call at 20 minutes. One day I looked up and I was done with the op call and I did it in like 18 minutes, but I didn't feel rushed. It was just because I was comfortable, right? It was just because I had paced myself so I could actually accomplish that. So don't try to squeeze your op call into 20 minutes. I'm just telling you the target time frame, which will come with time and practice and really utilizing that, okay? Second thing that a lot of people don't talk about is how you look on the op call. I'm totally fine. Like, I'll wear t-shirts on the op call, but you want to really, make sure that your hair is, kind of pulled back out of your face. You want to show people your face. Don't ever do an op call with the camera off, because people need to see you, and it's just another layer of trust, really, is what it is. It's just another layer of putting a voice to a face. So never do the op call with your camera off. You always want to do it on, and you want to have your hair pulled back. Guys, no do-rags, no hats, nothing like that for an op call. I'm totally fine with t-shirts. That's cool. You don't need to be super dressed up on the op call. But look kind of clean. Make sure that your background is clean. and make sure that you're in a room where there is nobody else who can bother you. Make sure that like no outside noises are coming from you. I know sometimes you get in a position where, you know, you're at a party or you're at a family house, so that's kind of out of your control. But as much as you can, try to really control, you know, this background of you, okay? You want to make it clean, clear. That's why I even moved my desk, because people would come in and you could see them walking in the back. I moved my desk just so it could just be like no distractions, right? You don't want anything distracting on the walls or anything like that, okay? Okay, so now let's kind of get into the show and the plan a little bit. Communication. I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. That's really all it is. And that's why I want you to more so focus on it being a conversation, because you're just communicating. You know, all you're telling people is what Forex is, what the Academy has, and why you started. Okay? That's all you're telling them. If you take it out of the presentation, you just think to yourself, I'm telling them what Forex is, I'm telling them what the I Am Academy has, and I'm telling them why I got started. If you break it down just like that, you'll turn it into a conversation yourself. So, So when all else fails, you know, you can tell people, you can insert in the prezo, you know, why did you start? You know, anywhere in the presentation, really. But it goes back to knowing the slides, okay? Something very, very important, though, which I kind of just touched on, is transitions. Now, if you've ever been in a classroom, or you know when people do presentations in school, and I used to hate these prezos. Like when people would do presentations and they would read straight off the slide, they wouldn't even look at you. They'd be like this. Yeah, so how would you feel if you had total control of your life? Okay. If you ever heard of the Forex market, Forex is, I used to hate that. Like, turn your butt around. So you need to know the slides. So know the slides, because it's going to be really important to start to master your transitions. I think that's something that literally kind of separates presentations from conversations, but it also separates me from other people who do presentations. It's because my transitions. This is key. Transitions. For every slide, I have a transition phrase. Meaning a transition is basically where I seamlessly move to one slide to the next without you even realizing that I was going to switch topics. Right? So let me think of a slide. Let's go, when I'm talking about the prices and I go into the 2 and free, I always say, we have the Platinum Starter Pack, which is $225, and then we have the Elite Starter Pack, which is $325. The $325 has all the bells and whistles in this package, the starter pack, blah, 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 blah. Now, there is a monthly fee. There are 2 different ways to get this monthly fee taken care of. The first way, you probably already figured it out, is just by multiplying your money in the market. The second way, and then I've flipped the screen, is by taking advantage of our 2 and free scholarship system. So what you want to do is when you're practicing your presentation, and you can even do this, because I did this once, you can print out the slides and you could write your transition phrase in between each slide. You only need 1 sentence to transition. Rather than saying, so let me tell you about 2 and free. No, you want a transition phrase. That's going to take your presentation to a whole other level, and that's going to help it create a conversation piece. Let's do another one. When I'm talking about the, let's see, when I'm talking about, and I say the same thing every time because they're my transition phrases. This is how I get to the next slide. I don't get to the next slide unless I say this. So let's talk about when I'm doing the, it's 2 slides for the live mentorship now, right? So I say, we also have access to live mentorship. So you can get on the call with a 6 or 7 figure, right? So I say my whole spiel. And then my transition phrase from that slide to that slide is usually, so imagine if you were a high school basketball player. You got the opportunity to go work out with Steph Curry. You could imagine how that would help your track record. Next slide. So what we have is over 100 plus educators, about 1,000 hours available every single month where you can actually get on a call and blah, 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 blah. That's my transition phrase every single time. And it also keeps you on track. There's literally a system to this, you know, but it's very simple and it's very easy. You just need one sentence that's going to help you transition from one slide to the next, okay, seamlessly. So by the time you're done with the prezo, they kind of like, dang, I was following you all the way along, and it actually made sense because you were having me in a conversation. It wasn't no breaks, okay? So that's one thing you want to do. You can use my transitions. This is the fact of the matter, y'all. My presentation is basically a combination of multiple leaders that I've listened to do the presentation. So a smart thing for you to do is get on Riyadh's op call, get on my op call. When you go to events, I don't just go to events, and just look at people. I got notes in my phone from when Justin Owens did a presentation, blew the crowd away. I'm taking notes because, and Darius will tell you, I literally be stealing stuff. Like, we'll be at events together, and he'll hear me say it on the op call, and he'll hit me up like, Taylor, like, I saw you stole that. Like, I saw you stole that from that person. They said that at the event. I'm like, heck yeah, I did. Shoot, that was good. The crowd loved it. So you want to do that. You want to listen to it. You want to steal. I don't care. Somebody told me that somebody literally does their op call exactly like me. Now, mind you, I actually helped this person. They're not in our group, but I helped this person, and I let her do it. I don't care. Shoot, it works. I stole it from somebody. Okay, all my jokes I stole from people. All the different things I say, I stole it from other people, right? So study the op call that I have. That's why I have it recorded too. I have it recorded so we can send it to people, but I also have it recorded so that you guys could listen to it over and over again. And I say the same things every time. You can get on my call. I might have gotten better over time, but you can get on my call tonight and it's going to sound just like the recording. I say the same exact things because I've mastered kind of that thing. I can do it with my eyes closed. So this is good because once you do that, then guess what? The next time that you do it, now you're cutting down time. And not only that, but it becomes more comfortable. I could do the op call whether I'm on the phone. I could do the op call whether I'm in person. And guess what? I say the same things. If you ever been to one of the events that I do, because I usually show the plan, I literally say the same things that I do on the op call. A little bit different because I'm in person. I gotta interact with the crowd. But the fact of the matter is I'm saying the same thing. Once you know it, you can kind of flip things around and change certain things. Okay, so that's the cool part about it too. So you definitely want to continue to practice. And then one thing I want to talk about, and I'm actually going to bring up one of my leaders for this, but it's really big and very, very, very important. And I want him to talk about energy. And I was going to talk about it, but I really would rather him do it. So shoot. Forex, you gotta oh, here we go. All right, Darius, you can so Darius is gonna talk to y'all for a couple minutes. I want him to talk about energy just because I think his energy is so fire and so bomb, especially when it comes down to the op call. Literally, I asked him to do one of my op calls. That's how much I absolutely love how he does the op call. So I just want him to speak a little bit, Darius, if you could, about energy really quick and kind of give them a little bit of sauce, maybe some things that you implemented in your op call that you feel like could help. So go ahead.
What's going on, everybody? Drop one in the chat box if y'all can hear me out here. Y'all hear me? I bet. So also I want to know if you can see me, man. Turn your camera on. Who am I talking to out here? Can y'all see me? Let's go. I bet. So look, first of all, I want to say, man, look, we got like one of the most amazing leaders in the planet, best in the South. I mean, congratulations, Taylor, man. We started the same day. She has just been killing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love her grind, I love her passion. But real quick, I want to ask y'all about let's say, since we're talking about energy, who think they know what's like one of the best drinks you can drink for energy, like the best energy drink? Like, you know, anybody, drop it in the chat box. Anybody, what's the best drink you have for energy? Tea, okay. Oh, right on the spot. The purest thing you can have is some water. Water. I'm glad y'all already know this. Drink some water. Don't be thirsty. Don't be dehydrated. Make sure you got your system right. You know what I'm saying? Like, drink some water. Make sure you not, like I said, make sure you hydrated. You know what I'm saying? Also, lemons is like using aromatherapy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could drop a lemon in your water, you know what I'm saying? And boom, add some kick to it, you know what I mean? Like, boom, like it's so many things, like it's practical things y'all need to know. It's like natural things y'all need to know, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's really just being able to bring something on the inside, you bring it out. Whatever you feel on the inside, bring it out. Like, you notice is like a lot of our, like when you see an out call, they always start with like some type of music, you know what I'm saying? You can have your favorite song playing before you start, like by that camera off, you don't know, they might be they might be getting it before the out call, you know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely want to have some type of music playing to keep your energy up, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like most definite. Also, like one of the best things you could do, like you have to master your mornings. You control your morning, you control your day. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your morning's right so the rest of your day can flow for whatever you got going on inside of that day, you know, and make sure you got some sleep at night. So when you jump up in the morning, you like ready for whatever, you know what I'm saying? You're ready to attack the day. Energy, like it's just like I said, whatever you got inside of you, bring it out. You might want to think about the last time you got into a fight or something. I don't know, just get riled up, get ready. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm doing right now, jumping up and down, get ready. You know, another thing you can do is like just stretch before you do a call, stretch out, do some jumping jacks, go outside, catch some fresh air. It's several different things you can do to, you know what I'm saying, harness your energy or whatnot. But man, like you could even go to knocknockjokes.com or something, read some good jokes and get a good laugh. You know what I'm saying? Laughing always brings something from inside of you, man. Make sure you catch a couple of jokes, anything like that, man. It's several things you can do, and if all else fails, man, like if you about to do a call, you really like you done tried everything else, go take a cold shower. You know what I'm saying? Go jump in that cold water, cold shower for like 3 minutes, and I bet you're gonna be feeling something then. You know, it's like it's a lot.
So
But
there, how important is it that your energy be right on a call, or if I'm in person, or like why is that important when you talking to somebody or people?
energy is so important because like I be seeing like some people talking like it be like you might put somebody to sleep on the car. I mean, I be saying like one of the things that I hate the most is like when I got somebody on the call, man, I see so and so left the meeting. I be like, my God, but I can't say why. I just know that be killing me. But like your energy is gonna attract people. Your energy is gonna keep people's focus. Your energy is gonna bring more of an intention into the presentation. Like it makes it more live. It makes it more people are more able to feel what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? And versus you just reading from the slides and just like if I was talking like this throughout this call, y'all probably would like not even be paying attention no more through all of what I said. So that's why you gotta bring your energy into the call. You have to have that energy. Like man, look, back when we was in Alabama, that, like the perfect example, like when Rich off the net got up and spoke, like he really lit the room up. Like he came in there talking like this, and everybody was like full on at him, you know. So it's like what I took from that is like, man, look, when you gotta speak, man, you gotta talk like they about to put this on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like talk like this gonna be what's gonna represent you until the next time, you know.
Yeah, this is my last question, Darius, because I'm already knowing, I can already feel it. But Darius, like you naturally like this, like this is how you
Absolutely.
are naturally. Like I see you all the time. This is him 20. It's crazy. This is him 24/7. But Darius, I'm not like you. You know, like so. How do I do? Like how do I bring the energy? Because I'm not naturally like that. Like how can I bring the energy? Well, I'm not trying to be like you, or I could just be like me.
One thing you can, like I said, like follow a couple of the tips I said in the beginning of the call, like just to get your energy pumping. But like I'm telling you, like if you like just jump up and down real quick before you do a call, get out your seat and go jump around real quick. Just get yourself moving, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a bunch of different things you can try, like, but like once again, like you say, it's natural. So even I still have to do some of that because you know, like it's not one way you're gonna feel 100% of the time all day, every day, you know what I'm saying? So I still be having to amp myself up, you know. So feed yourself positive energy so you can give positive energy. Absolutely. So several different things.
Thanks, Darius. Everybody drop a 4X in the chat box. 4X. That's 4X, shawty. Drop
Yes,
a 4X in the chat box. I really appreciate him for doing that. Man, when I asked him to do the op call, when I tell y'all, he was like, yes, girl. Oh, I've been practicing. I've been in the mirror all week. I'm over here like, oh my goodness. Like, I was not expecting that. And then the next day he came over, he showed the plan to me. And I mean, he was doing an op call for me and Tez, and I'm literally like, dang. And honestly, I was like, you know what? If anybody gonna be doing the op calls, it's gonna be my people, because man, they got the sauce. And I'm like, you know what, Taylor? That really started to encourage me. Like, Taylor, you gotta let go of the reins. You gotta let your babies walk. You gotta let them walk and run. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. So shout out to you, Forex. I really appreciate you, man. He practices in the mirror. That's the last thing I want to talk about. Is practice, 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 practice. Show the plan to yourself, okay? I'm not telling you to just hop on an op call. You know, you could do the op call at any moment in the day. You could just be walking. Think about this. Like, try to do the op call without having the slides in front of you. That's how I taught myself how to do it. I would like think about the slides in my mind. So just try to talk through the slides, because the more you do it, the more natural it's going to feel. If the computer shuts down in the middle of my presentation, I can still keep going. You know what I'm saying? If my screen share ain't working, I can still keep going because I know the information. So, but that's only just because practice. I promise y'all. That's why I'm not going through the slides with you. And that's why I'm not going to tell you like, oh, this is what you say. Because you can literally read the slides word for word if you want to. And my op calls recorded. The fact of the matter is that you just got to do it. Okay? I promise you. Just do it fast, fail fast, do it fast, and just do it. I practiced for my mama one time. You know, practice for your friends come over. Once y'all go out and do whatever you want to do. Hey, do you mind if I just practice my presentation? You might mess around and recruit your friend. Okay? You might mess around. They might really like what you talking about. Like, hold on. So you did good. I would give you like an A+. But tell me again about this copy and paste that you was talking about. Let's talk about that again. Like, ask them. Like, practice. You know, with real people, get feedback. That's really all it is, you guys. It's just doing it over and over and over and over again. It's not really hard. You can literally read from the slides. The company made the slides really, really simple now, because you can literally just read off the slides and talk. And then just another thing that I did especially when they changed the slides, because I was really nervous. I'm like, dang, I done mastered the showing the plan, and now they changed the slides. So what do I do? So what I did was I got online. This is Know Your Audience. I got online, and I looked up a whole bunch of statistics. So y'all know how they had an 85% of people. Hey, B-Tate, I'm gonna drop the slides for y'all. I'll drop the slides, and I gotta drop some stuff in the chat anyway. I'm gonna drop the stuff in the chat today, right after this call. Y'all know where they say 85% of people don't like their jobs? I went online, and I was like, how many people are living paycheck to paycheck? 78%. I wrote that down. What's the average income of an American? I wrote that down. What's the average debt of American? 100 and something thousand. I forget it now. But I wrote that down because I want to know my audience. I need to know who I'm speaking to. Most of them are working. Most of them probably just got off work. They only need about 20 minutes. So I need to tell them why this is the solution to the biggest problem they have. I need to tell them what the problem is. I need to tell them that we had a solution. I use words like problem and solution in my presentation. Because if you didn't know that you got a problem, I want to tell you that you got a problem, but don't you worry, because I got the solution already for you, okay? You really want to utilize that as well. And at the end of the day, you guys, at the very, very end of the day, this is where I want to end the call off at. At the end of the day, you have access to something that majority of people need. You know the statistics. Majority of people are living paycheck to paycheck. And that's really not even like the best way to put it, because the other people, because we know 1% is rich. So the rest of the percent is poor. Okay? The rest of the percent is poor. The biggest percent is paycheck to paycheck. I don't care what Instagram look like. I'm telling you the statistics. Okay? I don't care what people tell you they make. I'm telling you the numbers. This is what they reported to the tax people, to the government. Okay? This is what y'all told them. Okay, that's just the facts of it. So you have information that people need. So if you're going to be showing the plan and you're going to be telling people about it, you do have to break down some walls, and you do have to break down some of the things that they kind of already have up against themselves. But you do it very, very simply. You state to them what the problem is. You tell them what the solution is. You don't beat them up or anything like that, but you give them the real facts. You focus on the value of what we have. We have an number one online education platform, the I Am Mastery Academy. It's literally going to break down everything that you need to know. You don't need to have any experience, and you don't need to be a major investor. I'm not a Forex guru. I don't know anything about investing. I say the same thing every time. It just come out. Just roll off the tongue like that because I've done it so many times. Last thing, I wrote it down, but I just forgot to say it. But another thing you want to do in your presentation is you want to answer questions before people ask. Okay? This is a key in presenting. Answer questions before people ask. So before you ask me if it's a scam, I done already told you that you trade in Forex already. I actually just told you that your bank does it. Okay? Before you tell me that you don't got no time, our copy and paste products are perfect for you. I done already told you that. So by the time the presentation ends, I done already answered most of the questions that you had. So now, when you gonna start? That's the only thing left. Okay, but what if the monthly fee, I can't pay the monthly fee? If you can't pay the monthly fee and you see the value of the skill set, take a look at our 2 and Free Scholarship program. Most of the questions that people ask, I answer in my presentation, right? Because I want to make it so easy after they get off the call with me that they just texting you like, where's your link? Where do I sign up? Right? So when you're doing the presentation, you want to do that. Take your time. Don't rush through the presentation. I would much rather you have a 25-minute, 30-minute presentation and you actually get all the information out than you try to rush through and blaze through in 20 minutes and people still gotta. If somebody is confused, and this is why I just stopped putting people on other calls, to be honest. Because whenever somebody does a call, I can always tell how the presenter did by the questions that they ask after the call. So one time I did a call, I had like 5 people, I put them on somebody else's call, and the questions they was asking me, I'm like, what? What is Forex? Wait a minute, you just sat on a call for 30 minutes and you don't know what Forex is? Lord have mercy. You know what I'm saying? So, but the questions so it's good for you to practice with other people because say, now what questions do you have when you practice with people? The questions that they ask lets you know what you need to work on. Okay? And if you want me the day of your call when you're doing it, or maybe you're not doing a call, but you want to do it the next week, because this week is actually already full for next week. So, but I'm gonna do a new schedule the next week. You can call me and say, Taylor, can you listen to me do the prezo real quick? And guess what? I'm going to be on the phone with you for 20 minutes. Actually, I'll be on the phone with you for 20. I'll let you talk for 20, and then I'm going to give you feedback for 5 because I want you, and I'm going to get off the phone. I'm not going to be on the phone with you for an hour because you're not going to be able to talk to a prospect for an hour on an op call. Okay? So, but I'll do that. Hey, Taylor, can you listen to this prezo in like 30 minutes? Yeah, let's do it. I'll listen to you do the prezo, I'll give you feedback, and then we get off the phone because that's how quickly you want to do it because that's efficient. That's how you'll be able to be more comfortable and you'll be able to really give that value over and over again. And you'll get better as you present. You'll get better. But look, I'm not trying to drown y'all with stuff. Just do it. Just do it. We can talk about the tips and the tricks. I already gave y'all a couple of them, but just do it. That's really all I want you to do. I want you to do it. I want you to have fun. I want you to be proud of yourself. Also, we kind of mentioned this in the group chat, but get on the op calls if you're free. You can get on all the trading sessions at 9 o'clock are recorded, or you can just hop on after the op call, but support other people. See how they do the plan. Like I was on the call, I was on Diamond's call, and I took some stuff from Diamond. I took some stuff like, oh, I'm gonna add that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? So get on the calls and support, the rest of our family members and see what they talking about. A lot of people get on Darius's call. Some of you guys have probably got on Darius' op call, and it's really, really great. Take notes on that. Because guess what? You're going to use his op call, my op call, Ted's op call, all these other people op calls, and you're going to make your own. Okay? So that's pretty much